Hello everyone, welcome to Moneycontrol's Ideas for Profit. Today we are going to discuss about the Q3 earnings review of V-Guard as well as Crompton Greaves Consumer Electricals, which are the two leading companies in the consumer durable space. Overall, it was a mixed set of earnings for both the companies. The companies had a higher top line growth, however, the margins came under pressure due to a varied nature of reasons. For V-Guard, the top line was higher by around 12%. Similarly, for Crompton Greaves, it was higher by 10%. The margins, however, were down on a year-on-year basis for both the companies. Talking about the key highlights from the results, first talking about Crompton Greaves Consumer Electricals, the top line growth was in excess of around 9.8%. This was aided by the strong growth that the company witnessed in the consumer durable business. Fans as well as geysers as well as the pumps category had a strong volume growth which aided the overall top line growth. However, in terms of the lighting segment, the company continues to face pressure in terms of the pricing, and that has led to an erosion in terms of the margins. So the overall picture of the company was slightly muted on the margins front. The margins for the quarter came in at 12.2% compared to 12.4% in the corresponding quarter last year. Coming over to V-Guard Industries, the top line growth was higher in comparison to Crompton Greaves Consumer Electricals and came in at 12%. This was aided by both the electronics as well as the consumer durables business. In the consumer durables business, the company has launched a number of new products such as kitchen appliances as well as the other product categories aided the overall top line growth. In the electronics segment as well, UPS as well as stabilizers had a strong volume growth, and that really aided the performance of the company in the quarter gone by. In terms of the margins, the companies had a very softer margins which came in at 7.6% in comparison to 9.5% in the corresponding quarter last year. The primary reason for the softness in the margins was the higher advertising spends. V-Guard has been transitioning its business from a core stabilizer UPS company to a more holistic consumer durables company, and therefore the new product launches have incurred a lot of advertising as well as selling and distribution expenses, and that has really impacted the margins of the company in the quarter gone by. Talking about the sector outlook, well, the sector has been on an expanding trend in the last few years. There have been a number of reasons why this has been going across. Well, on the government initiative front, there has been a pan-India electrification program that has been going on, and that is really aiding the demand of the entry-level basic electronics such as fans as well as lighting from the tier 2, tier 3 cities. Well, that being said, across the penetration levels of the basic electronics remains at very low levels in India. So the rising income levels continues to again be a driver for the growth in the sector. Well, the sector has also been expanding. The competitive intensity has also been picking up. A large number of new players such as Cisco, Sera have entered the space. Similarly, Indiabulls LED has also entered the LED business. So that has really impacted the competitive intensity in the industry. And so as we witnessed in the Crompton Greaves Consumer Electricals margins of the LED business, that have remained under pressure. So that has been that is another factor that needs to be watched out for. Well, in terms of the margins, the commodity prices have stabilized at current levels, as well as the rupee-dollar fluctuations have also kind of neutralized around the current levels. So that has been really impacting the margins in the quarter 3 and quarter 2 period, but that should really bode well for the companies as they have been taking price hikes in the recent quarters. Well, coming to the valuations of both the companies, the valuations of V-Guard is around 45 times FY20 earnings, which appears fairly expensive from a medium to long term perspective. In comparison, Crompton Greaves Consumer Electricals trades at around 30 times, which is at a significant discount to its peer and could be looked at from a long term perspective. Well, that's it about the Q3 earnings review of both these companies. For more views and updates, do log on to moneycontrol.com.